Hi there, Frank Flegg here, founder of Ethical Property Partners. In this episode, I'm going to describe to you the best way of building your SPI business whilst maintaining the right amount of focus on each area of that business. Because this is something that I've noticed over the last couple of years, is that some of my clients, they get going really well on perhaps their marketing and they do a few deals, sometimes 5, sometimes 10, sometimes more, but they still struggle to actually create themselves an SPI business, a business that's actually cash flowing for them, a business that's actually growing whilst providing an income for them. And there's two very different things. Most people in property think that it's about doing deals, and doing deals is a big part of it. Some people in property will do 1 or 2 deals a year. Some people will be doing 10 or 12 or even more deals a year, but it's not about doing deals. When you're an SPI investor, you need to be building yourself a business. Otherwise, it's just a really high-paying job. You're never going to be able to go on holiday without checking your phone twice a day. You're never going to be able to actually have a team that's going to run that business for you. Now, Brad Sugar's definition, founder of Action Coach, of a business is an enterprise that is profitable and runs without you. And that's what you want to achieve. I have a team that run my business for me and actually improve my business and grow my profitability while I'm away. And so the way to do this that I've observed and that I help my clients to do this is to focus on the 4 pillars of an SPI business. Now, pillar 1, most people are familiar with. It's marketing and sales, and it's in that order for that reason. You have to let people know that you exist, and then when vendors contact you, you need to be able to sell your offering to them. That gets the deals in, that gets the heads of terms, the memorandums of understanding, the sign-up paperwork done. But that's not it. Most people think that that's 90% of the business. It's not. It's 25% of the business. Pillar 2 is the finance and conveyancing. So the deal's not done until you actually own it or you control it permanently. So the conveyancing is crucial, and oftentimes, not always, but often there's a financing element. You need some bridging finance, you need a mortgage provider, you need the vendor to finance you, you need an investor to finance it, etc., etc. Pillar 3 is any refurb you need to do or any works to the property, and compliance. Really, really important. Now, most people do that. Most people focus on the sales and marketing. They make sure that the works are done. They kind of fudge themselves through the financing and the conveyancing because, you know, it has to happen, but they'll lose a lot of deals at that point until you finally get to pillar 4, which is monetization. Now, I talk quite a lot about monetization on our YouTube channel. We focus on it a lot at EPP because you actually have high monetization and low monetization strategies. Now, given the choice between the two, most people will focus on high monetization. That's not always the best solution. It's not the best thing for your SPI business. And this is why goals are absolutely critical. So I talk quite a lot about some of the high monetization strategies that we have, our smart housing benefit strategy, our emergency accommodation, holiday lets, HMOs, etc., etc. We've got tenant buyers in there as well. High monetization is great, but you have to work harder at them. So actually, 85-90% of my portfolio are running low monetization strategies because with low monetization is lower workload, lower levels of oversight, less responsibility, less team resource taken up. And so I have a balance between the two. Now, one's not better than the other, but certainly one can be more appropriate for your business than the other. And that's why you need to be focusing on your monetization right from the start, because how you monetize a property depends on the level of refurb you do, how you buy the property, how you finance the property. All of that is really important. And of course, your marketing and your sales, especially your salesmanship, will determine the type of deals you get as well. And so there, guys, is a quick insight into how the 4 pillars of the EPP sophisticated property investing business must be kept in mind all the way through, because otherwise what you end up with, and this is very common, is a bunch of properties where you're running from one to another, you're doing this on this one, you're doing this on this one, you actually create a job for yourself, which isn't very well paid because then you stop doing deals. I've seen people grind to a halt with their first 10 deals and actually not be able to get them all profitable. So they're really busy, they then start to get a bit frustrated. Initially they're euphoric because they've done 10 deals, perhaps they're 10 no money down deals, but they haven't got the balance between all the pillars of their SPI business. And what actually happens, they run out of time because they've not focused sufficiently on all the pillars and they're not creating themselves a business. And if all you do is leave your day job to work full-time in property, how much fun is that? It might give you a bit more flexibility of your time. It might give you a bit more flexibility of your geography, but that's not a business in Brad Sugar's definition. That's not a profitable enterprise that can run without you. It's just a high paying job and quite a stressful job because you're quite reactive. And so if you're wanting to build yourself the SPI business that you want, if you're designing something on purpose, and why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we want to create the exact business that we want? It's absolutely critical that you focus on those 4 pillars. Guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, if you would like more cutting edge, sophisticated property investing tips and techniques every single week when we release them, hit the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, and you'll see each and every episode exactly when they come out so that you can start making the most profit in your SPI business. Until our next episode, happy investing.